Don't get that big of a swing.
This is me just standing.
You're gonna go around the whole thing.
Our names are Mike and Heather. We're traveling the US in our van Appa on a mission to visit all 50 states. Subscribe and join us as we try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching. Good morning from West Virginia. So the last time you saw us, we were on our way home for a quick stop to watch my sister's last soccer game, as she is a senior this year. And after a quick pit stop home, we are in our new state of West Virginia.
This morning we left bright and early from a Walmart parking lot just inside the state border and made our way to Blackwater Falls State Park, which is absolutely beautiful. It is a fantastic...
Well, we saw most of it in the dark on the way here because we did make it to Lindy's Point for sunrise.
Yes, it is a beautiful fall day. The morning is nice and crisp and clear, and it really feels like fall. There's actually been some snow on the ground here up in the mountains,
yeah,
but it is so amazing here, and we have just these beautiful views this morning from Lindy's Point.
Yeah, we're here in the third week of October, and I think the leaves are just past their peak, but it's still beautiful nonetheless with the little bit of color that's still shining through. Now that it is light out once more, we're gonna go explore the rest of the park and see the waterfall where this park gets its namesake.
Brand new colors like I haven't seen, because I'm with you. I'm with you. Right now, I'm feeling something. Right now, it's never felt quite like.
Just a quick 5-minute drive from that Lindy's Point overlook, we have come to the Blackwater Falls Trail, which will lead us down to the base of the falls, which is really cool. So there's this sort of stepped path going down the hill. There is actually an alternative way to get down, and that is an accessible ramp, which is on the other side of the canyon right off of the road, so not too difficult to find. But we can already hear the water going, and I'm sure the falls are gonna be absolutely beautiful. This is such a great day to be out here at the state park.
To get to this hiking trail is pretty easy, and they have a nice big parking lot as well as a little trading co, and it looks like a brewery even, but a nice little picnic spot and bathrooms, which we definitely used before starting this trail.
On our way to the falls, we found this really cool swing set. How can you resist? When in West Virginia, don't get that big of a swing.
This is me just standing.
You're gonna go around the whole thing.
Okay, you ready? I'm gonna like accidentally kick you in the face.
Put your feet up, you're gonna go flying
I'm like
for
scared to do this. Okay.
It was probably way more fun than it was supposed to be.
And more dangerous.
The boardwalk of stairs down to the falls almost seems endless, but there is an end in sight. Straight ahead is the falls. From the first overlook, we saw an additional platform that we're making our way down to now to get as closest to the falls as possible.
Flying like an eagle, I'm circling the sun. I wanna do so many things I have never done. Just show me where the path gives out.
There's even a little rainbow at the end of the trail.
All comes down to this growing feeling. It's in my blood, it's what I'm needing. One ball bound, raise it towards the ceiling for the lucky ones. Made to be ever free.
We made it up the first half of the stairs. We still have a staircase in front of us, but man, was that beautiful. As we're leaving the parking lot for the Blackwater Falls, there's a lot of out-of-state plates here, so I think this is definitely a must-do stop on your West Virginia road trip, because all these people can't be wrong, or
Yeah.
they probably can, but I'll
Yeah.
vouch and say that the falls are worth it. In that parking lot that we left from with the Blackwater Falls, there was a little store. They had a free map of Blackwater Falls State Park. So as you can see, it's pretty big, and on the back, there's lots of different trails and hikes that you can do here. But one in particular that we're heading to is another waterfall.
With the handy dandy map, we found the trail and we're off to see another waterfall.
Yep, so this is the Elakala Trail, and it leads down to the Elakala Falls, still fed by the Blackwater River.
Also on the trail map was a little bit of information about the park, and we learned why it's called Blackwater and why the water over the waterfall appeared to be darkish, more of that tea-like watercolor, and it's because of the
tannic acid from the plant life.
Yeah, so when the leaves and all the plant life decay, they produce this acid that actually changes the water to be more of that blackish color. So very cool. It's a really nice fall day, but it is a little bit on the chillier side, especially in the shade. You can see snow around us, which is kind of hard to believe. I'm not ready for it to be winter yet, but it is coming. Making our way to the Spruce Knob area where we are going to be able to go on a lookout tower. But on the way there we had to drive through Seneca rocks, and we got to see this really cool rock feature protruding out of the mountain ranges. And I believe that that area is really famous for rock climbing. We didn't see anybody up there yet, but I'm sure that they were. What we have been seeing is lots and lots of those fall leaf colors. Now that we're lower in elevation, we are going to be crawling back up to a higher elevation once we get to that lookout tower. But as of now, in the lower elevation, we are not past its peak like we were. They are out in full, I don't want to say bloom because that's a spring term, in effect. We're about 15 minutes away from the top of Spruce Knob now. The road has turned to basically a single lane, but you have traffic both ways and very, very twisty and windy. So it's an interesting experience.
Oh, look to the left. Oh wow, that's a good drop. You'll get it on the way back. We're still going up.
We have made it to Spruce Knob, and to our surprise, it's a lot warmer up here, which I would have thought the higher elevation we would have gotten colder temperatures. But yeah, the sun is shining. I think we can actually do this hike without our jackets.
Yeah, it seems like one of those classic fall days where you wake up in the morning, bundle up, put on your heavy sweatshirt, your jacket, hat, gloves, and by the middle of the day you're sweating and wondering how the temperature could have changed that much. That is today, but we are not complaining because it is absolutely gorgeous. The sun is shining, the sky is clear, and we have a really nice hike ahead of us. I think it's just a short hike up, but we are heading to the tallest point in West Virginia.
I'm really liking all these hikes today because it's my favorite kind. Minimum effort, maximum reward. There's a pretty big picnic area up here, and they also have bathrooms, so first things first. We often get a lot of questions because our van is so small about the bathroom situation, and truth is, we use public bathrooms pretty much every chance that we get, and you're never short of them on trail hikes, gas stations, Walmarts, all of the alike. Plus we have some emergency situations in our van as well, such as a urinal and a portable toilet, but yeah, never passing up an opportunity to use a public toilet.
So we're now on the Whispering Spruce Trail, which takes you up to Spruce's Knob, which is that highest point here in West Virginia. And there is an observation tower up there. There's a lot of really cool informational placards that you walk along the trail, which gives you more information about the ecology and the environment here. But really excited to get the views from up top because just seeing some of them as we were driving up the mountain were pretty impressive.
And the sun's out. So that was a quick hike. We're already at the observation tower. The sign said it was about 900 feet from the parking area, and it's pretty accurate. now that we are on top of the observation tower. We are at the highest point in West Virginia.
Now I'm way up here.
I think even more impressive than the lookout tower itself and the views from up there is the drive up and the views that you get along the way. But going down, we are now on the cliff face edge, which is not my favorite thing. But at least this cliff edge is a little bit less precarious than some of the other ones they've gone on.
Yeah, it gets worse as we get to different spots.
Just a little bit below the Spruce Knob area is a dispersed camping area that we drove to. Best part, dispersed camping means free. This place is packed. There's a lot of people fishing and it looks to be maybe hunting in the area, so it's definitely a campground that gets used a lot. There's pit toilets, and again, best part, free.
There is a 2-week limit, not that we'll have to worry about that. We're just here overnight, but it seems like a really great place. It's super beautiful. We're in the forest. There's a nice stream running right by. We have a absolutely amazing view of it right next to our campsite, so that's great. We are going to start cooking dinner and then getting ready to just enjoy being out in West Virginia.
It's a tunnel kind of vision, like alcohol's involved. And I'm straight, and I'ma come back when she calls. When she calls, I'll come to her.
While Heather is getting our gnocchi ready for dinner, I am going to put some water on to boil for hot chocolate, because now that the sun has gone down, or at least down enough that we're in the shade, that cool temperature is starting to come back. So we are going to boil some water and make some hot chocolate.
I had a dream, we were into the light, burning down the city in my blues. I owe it all to you. I owe it all to you. I do. I owe it all to you. She got ash on the dress and the devil in her eyes. West Texas disposition and the temperature's like mine. It's a tunnel kind of vision, like alcohol's involved. And I'll stray like a hound dog, and I'll come back when she calls. When she calls, I'll come to her. 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 I had a dream.
Tonight, with the weather and temperature dropping, we are making it a sleeping bag night. So this is one that we've used in temperatures as low as 16 degrees. So we know that we'll be fine and warm here in the van with our sleeping bag.
And if all else fails, we also have a heating blanket.
Yes. So we're definitely prepared for the colder weather. We are continuing to make our way south. So we're hoping for warmer weather, but for now we're enjoying the sort of crisp fall atmosphere that West Virginia has to offer.
Because it is fall, it gets dark around like 7:30 now, so we're all bunkered in the van, ready for bed, because we have an early morning tomorrow where we're gonna be going on another hike as we make our way south through West Virginia. This is not a bad place to wake up in the morning at all. Mike and I keep reminiscing, saying that this reminds us a lot of one particular boondocking site that we had in Alaska, where it was right by the river and it was just a little pull off on the road, and yeah, good times.
Yeah, definitely one of our favorite places that we've been able to stay, especially here on the eastern side of the country. Boondocking is really not as common over on this coast as there are on the other side. So when we left on this trip, I wasn't even expecting to find anything like this. So
we thought it was going to be a lot more Cracker Barrels and Walmarts, and which isn't a bad thing. It's still free places to park up and be able to have this type of lifestyle. But yeah, nothing this beautiful.
Yeah, so this is really great. Thank you, iOverlander, again. We're not quite done in West Virginia. We have one more really amazing spot we're gonna go check out this morning before we continue heading south on our southern loop.
Now we're just gonna clean up the mess that we made this morning for our cereal breakfast, brush our teeth, and hit the road. We have made our way a little bit south from our dispersed camping site to Seneca State Park, and here we are on the lookout for the Thorny Mountain Lookout Tower. So now we found ourselves on another really steep, narrow, beautiful road trying to find a lookout tower. Fingers crossed we get there.
Wandering hard on a crazy ride, an open road and a deep blue sky. Feel it calling me like the wind. Trust the compass down in my skin. Walk straight, stay right. That's what they say to me, but I don't fit right inside the lines.
So we're trying to navigate where to go using Google Maps, but the navigation isn't working because we have no signal. So we're working with a map that looks like this, where it's half downloaded in little cubes and the rest is super blurry. But I think we found where we're supposed to go.
I don't know if we're supposed to be driving on this, but there wasn't any signs that say no vehicles, and usually there are. So we'll see. But it said fire tower, so I'm pretty sure this is the correct direction. Whether or not we were supposed to park and walk is another story.
I see tire marks.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely looks like it's a drivable road. Okay.
It's a little bumpy. Uh-oh, can you make it?
Yeah, we'll make it. That is not for the faint of heart. Oh,
I
there's the
found
fire
it.
tower. Oh man, we're so good at this.
Oh no. Registered fire tower guests only beyond this point. If I'm being honest, I found this point of interest in West Virginia off TikTok, and I thought you could just drive up to it and go up it. But it looks like you actually have to be a registered fire tower guest to go up it, and maybe stay in it. So, yeah, we found the fire tower. We did see actual people at the top of that fire tower just now, so it does look like that is a place that you can actually stay at, and it's not just a fire tower or a lookout tower that you can go climb like the one we did yesterday. So, good to know for future visits. This is a loop road, so we have to continue down this kind of rugged road to keep going. Road hazards ahead and...
Nope.
So now we're backing up the road and gonna go down the loop portion that we know is relatively okay for Appa to do.
Those people were probably having a really nice relaxing morning, like getting ready to do their checkout, and then up comes Appa with two New York Yankee doodles.
That was the road we just tried going down, and this is the road we know we can get down.
That would be cool to stay in. So this is the Seneca State Forest here in West Virginia, and that's the Thorny Hill Fire Tower, which I guess you can actually rent and stay in as a cabin sort of thing, which would be pretty amazing during the fall. The colors are a little bit past peak, but if you were here during fall at any time, I think it would be absolutely amazing. So if that's your vibe, definitely look into that and don't just drive up on people who are enjoying their time here.
But in our defense, we have no Wi-Fi to actually look up that place to see if any of this is actually true. But along this road, there's a lot of really cool hiking spots that you can jump off to. So that's a hiking trail. Up there's another hiking trail. It's just very, very bumpy.
This was the section that was tough for us to get up.
Oh, going down will be easier.
Yeah.
So this drive right now reminds me a lot of the one that we did in Vermont, where it was really narrow, hairpin turns. You didn't know if traffic was coming the opposite way. Pair that with the pretty fall colors and we could be in Vermont right now, which is why we thought going to the fire tower would be a good idea, because we really liked our Vermont hike to a fire tower. So we thought, hey, it could become like a fall tradition, but no, I guess we went on an adventure today instead, which Not mad about, but I'll feel better when we're on a main road again.
I hear the calling down in my bones, so I'm following where my arrow goes. No one knows what the future holds, so I'm following where my arrow goes, following where my arrow goes.
And we have made it back to a main road.
So we have made it back to the main roads, back to cell phone service and mobile internet, and we have switched drivers as we prepare to end our time here in West Virginia. We're continuing to head south towards some of the states on our southern loop that we haven't made it to yet, but we have had an absolutely amazing time in West Virginia. We've really enjoyed the mountains and the forests and the hiking and the views that we've gotten since we've been in the state.
And even some of the unexpected adventures.
Yes. Our next stop is Tennessee, where we'll be exploring the Great Smoky Mountains as well as some other exciting adventures. So we'll see you in Tennessee.
I